Man, how you doing? Long time, no see you speak. I'm good. About to do a quick, not a quick, but a Q&A in regards to the project I'm working on called the Rona Project.
Hey,
What's up?
can you hear me? I'm using my
Yes,
fancy headphones.
you balling like that.
All right. Oh, damn it. I should wear my shirt. All right. Next time.
It's
All
all
right.
good.
You
Don't
ready?
trip.
You want to hop in?
Hey, it's whatever. My bad for being 20 minutes late.
Just sitting here like,
Yeah, I tried to get all like advanced. I wanted to do it from my desktop, but that didn't work. So I'm on the phone.
All right. It's fine. Me too. All right. So, I'm actually like really excited to do this and I'm like practicing my interviewing skills. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and read your bio and, oh, I think there's a
You good?
lag.
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear me?
got a call. People be
Okay.
calling like why would you call right now?
So damn pop. All right. So, here we go. D. Steezy, born Daniel Johnson, was raised in the streets of South Central Los Angeles as a self-made artist and community organizer, influenced by the late Nipsey Hussle, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Future, and Drake. His music debut, The Rona Project, was created in quarantine during a time of isolation and critical reflection. And actually, I'm going to stop there. So, for folks who don't know, Daniel and I, we actually met through a 6-month leadership development program like a year ago. Um, and one of the things I've always appreciated about him is like how he approaches problems and how he thinks through things. And so, as a friend, it's been really interesting to see you work on this project. But before we even get there, for people who don't know, like, yeah, like who's Daniel Johnson? Like, if you can tap into, a bit of that, what is, yeah, let's start there. Who is Daniel Johnson?
Who's Daniel Johnson?
Yeah, like what's your brand?
My brand, I mean, there's two sides to every coin, right? I think the first side of it is me, born and raised in Los Angeles, being from the streets, being blessed to not like get devoured by the streets, but still somewhat, some way being a product of my environment. Um, Also, like trying to define myself as a person always, first and foremost. Like I love to just be myself 100%, whether it's right or wrong. I believe in authenticity and just being blunt, straightforward, truthful, and honest. But then there's also a more genuine, creative, I think a more sensitive side about myself, which comes from D Steezy, which I was actually named for my late cousin Chris, who passed away, schoolyard crip.
Hmm.
I used to call myself D Star. Nobody knows that. But one day he was like D Steezy, and he started rapping. He was like D Steezy. So I actually been holding on to that name, I think, since middle school, honestly.
That's dope. All right. Well, I will read the second part of the bio and I'll leave it to the next
Yeah.
question. So it says, your sound is smooth. It's a smooth mixture of rap, hip hop, and R&B with a touch of spoken word. Is an invitation to his intimate thoughts revolving around romantic relationships, his journey from a young adult to now, and even fun songs that actually got released. Was it yesterday, last night on
Last
Spotify
night.
called Two Braids? Last night, yeah.
Hey.
Um, that's exciting. And so, yeah, so leading into basically like, yeah, the Rona Project. So, you got the shirts out there, you got merch. The album isn't, or the project isn't officially released, but if you could just talk to us just a little bit about, yeah, like what is this project? And like, why did you want to start it?
So this project, so I used to rap back in the day with the homies, still do. We were in a group called Out of Control Dudes, still am. Um, and so after a while, I just got tapped into nonprofit work, leadership development, organizing communities. And so I didn't more so rap because I think my values shifted from being in the hood and not necessarily want to glorify the hood in certain ways and say certain things and focus more on building my capacity as an individual, as a human being, I like to say. Um, Fast forward years later, 2019, I kept telling myself I wanted to write. I want to write. I want to get better at writing. I freestyled all the time. I never put it on paper. I just wanted to pen better. I just wanted to like be able to write something I could memorize and spit it back as a freestyle because that's what most people do. And then I also just wanted to like be able to, just use my words other than with my mouth, just, put it on paper and like have somebody go crazy over it. Like.
Yeah.
Um, and then from there, like, I fell out of a little relationship, a long-term relationship, not gonna knock it and say little. And so I was like, yo, let me use that. Let me write about that. Let me write about something. And then shout out to Flora. We were in the studio. We were both talking about relationships. And one late night in the studio in Santa Monica, we came up with Nights Alone. Um, and then from there, I left it alone. Like I didn't write anymore. But then after that, I just continued on writing. And then when COVID-19, the stay-at-home order hit, I just went ahead and just stayed writing, and I went harder with it. Um, Left out of relationship, got into a partnership that pushed me, encouraged me, and was like, "Yo, do it." And so I started to do it. And then even in that partnership, transitions and things happen too. But I remember one time I was asked to play my music and I didn't, and so
Mhm.
that's where we are today. Like I just play it now and I share it with everybody. So it's a journey from from
Yeah.
from last year to now, years before. It's a journey, and I wanted to take people on it on my little road
And
right
I
there.
and I guess like even to the writing part, I think one of the things that I've been like really impressed by you is just that you're not just like, oh, I'm just about to be a rapper. You know what I mean? I feel like you've taken a lot of time to like fully understand like all components of like the business and like everything that takes to actually just have like to be a successful artist. And so I guess if you could just like talk through just like some of the things that you had to learn and like teach yourself and like mind you everyone like you started on this project with like March ish,
Yeah,
and you've done how many songs so far?
I'm
That's
I'm
basically
at a
kind of
good
done.
four. I'm at a good 14. It's a double-sided A side, B side
Yeah.
album, and it's more to come. I still got records out there floating, waiting for my peoples to do and send back. But it's all good. It's all love. We still want to keep it pushing. Um,
So yeah, if you
in
could just
regard,
talk about like, oh, go ahead.
no, no, I'm listening.
Oh no, I just wanted you to touch on like all the stuff that you've learned, that you've like taught yourself, and like what's that process been like?
I mean, I think first and foremost, I taught myself to sit in my uncomfortableness, my vulnerability, put that shit on paper, um, checking in with myself. I've done like a lot of journaling, a lot of like listening to meditation music, um, really just digging deep and questioning myself and opening up wounds I didn't even know I had, and just sitting here freaking
Mhm.
out because I didn't have a therapist. And I was like, Daniel, what are you doing? Um, and that's because, like I said, like I came out of something, I got into something, but more so, I just really wanted to be a better person. So I've always strived for growth and development, um, and that led to me finally writing. And the first song I think I wrote outside of that was something called "Real Talk with Flora," where I ended up singing on it, and it's just crazy because I wrote it as a rap, and for some reason it would not connect with the beat. And then one day I had to sit there and go, let's have a conversation. And I was like, oh my God, I had to sing this the whole time. And so I put that thing in auto tune and I sang. And so that was the first time I actually sang on the track, and I had to figure that out. Um, then fast forward, I started singing and rapping on the track, and then after that, I went from singing and writing to figuring out how to mix and master. And that's
Mhm.
because I didn't know how to mix and master. I didn't have anybody to mix and master my records. So I went to YouTube University, and these records are coming out clean too.
Yes. No, that's so no, just because like I talk about this all the time, like what started my business, like I learned everything from the internet. You're like, you got a question, you better Google it, you go watch a video on it. Like you're really stopping what you can learn. So that's super cool. Um, all right, so when is the Rona Project coming out? That's like a we're like talking about the thing. When does it come out? When can we hear it?
So I have dates, and I have dates, and I have dates, and I
Okay.
have dates that correspond with some of the things I went through in life. June 20th, I did a listening party online. It was supposed to drop then, but I didn't get some records back from people. So that was actually the first day of summer, and I don't think nobody caught that. The first day of summer, Daniel Johnson or D Steezy did a listening party through Zoom, and it was a success as well. Um, Now I'm looking at August 17th. August 17th, I had got a DUI last year because I'm transparent with what it
Mm.
is, and so that's a date that's significant to me. One of the dumbest mistakes I could make, but also one of the most impactful that got me here today to where I am, just being more mindful and things like that. Um, and then if August 17th don't work, there's like a December 17th date in there, and I'll explain that one day when I'm more ready to do that. But if that don't work for sure, December 30th, shout out to December 30th. That is like one of my favorite days of the year now, December 30th, and I'm gonna forever cherish that, um, and never let that go. So I'll talk about that later on too in the future.
Okay. um,
Wait, I
all
want
right,
to
and
I
then
want to
my
give my
next
man a
what?
quick shout out right quick. ATS
Uh-huh.
Audio Visual, that's my man's right there. He sold me the studio equipment, and that's why I'm here doing the Rona Project. Without him, that day before I got that DUI, I showed up to Burbank. I bought the equipment. I rushed back home, connected everything, got turned up, and everything went downhill from there. But uh, shout out to him because if it wasn't for him, I would have never got the equipment at all, and I never probably would be in this position today, right now, to like even talk about a project. So I want to make sure that's clear. Thank you. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you.
No, you good. What I wanted to say was like, yeah, once the project comes out, like, what do you want people to take away from it?
Um, I think for me, one thing I want folks to take away is the raw authenticity, the transparency, the honesty, me giving a piece of myself to you all. Um, Nowadays I do less talking, and for those who know me, they're like, "Whoa, that's kind of crazy." The most talking I'm trying to do now is actually on the record, um, so that I could produce more product. And
Hmm.
then like my sound, this is actually a journey. Nipsey said it best. The marathon continues. This is actually everybody opportunity to get to know me and grow with me musically and personally as well. So this Rona project is my debut. I don't like it to be my debut, honestly, but it is my debut, and I have to sit with that and own that. I'm really trying to own that because to me it was a project. So you're actually going through this artist development phase with me from A to
Hmm.
Z. Um, that's why I dropped Two Braids. Two Braids is actually the most recent track I created. Um, I
And
like
how long did it take you to finish that whole little song? Like, that's the impressive part. Like, walk us through that. Yeah, where
so
even
one
two
night.
braids can come from. So start there.
um, like every other weird person growing up, male identified weird person, I had this Laura Croft, the Tomb Raider, used to wear one braid, so I like one braid. I grew up even more, and women identified folks wore two braids, and I was like, oh, I just like when women wear two braids, like And then recently, it's called Kordnie's song because I have a homegirl. Late night I guess a couple weeks before this past Sunday, she asked me. We were making jokes about two braids, and it just kept
Hmm.
coming up in conversation for the last 1.5 weeks. And then one night I was on the phone with her. I was like, "Yo, you keep making jokes. Like I'm gonna make a song called Two Braids, and I'm gonna name it Courtney's song in parentheses, like how Drake does his little songs about people." But I was
Hmm.
like, "It's not gonna be intentionally about you, but I'm gonna throw your name in the title of the record because you was talking shit." And so literally, I went to. It was literally created 2 days after the listening party. The listening party was June 20th. June 21st. I didn't realize hosting a listening party was a performance. I was like beat. I went to LA. I went to my brother Wins. Shout out to C Wins OCD. He went to his house, his studio. So real, the dude that makes all my beats. Shout out to him. He's in Santa Monica. He has a studio. And then shout out to Flora because Flora works at the PYFC. And she records there too, the Pico Youth and Family Center in Santa Monica. So we went over there, went back to So Real Studio, and I told him this is what I want to do, joking with Courtney on the phone. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna make the beat." We woke up like at 8 a.m. He goes, what kind of beat you want? I said, like some smooth R&B, something. He, he knocked out the beat. We got a call from Knee High. Shout out to Knee High.
That's crazy.
Uh, randomly, like at 9 a.m., by 10:30, 11, Knee High shows up. We write the hook. Everybody pitched in on the hook. I wrote the majority of it. I'm
I
I'm just
mean,
messing.
that's
I'm
fine.
messing. I'm messing around. We all wrote the hook. You know what I'm saying? We all wrote the hook. I wrote my two verses, and the rest was history. So we literally did that in less than 24 hours. We wrote the hook. I wrote my verses. We laid it, touched it up a little bit. It ain't the best. Like we didn't really mix and match that fully. Look, so said, "You're a lie. You're a lie." I said I was joking, so we all got writer's credit, no matter how much one person wrote on it. um, so after that, like I woke up on Tuesday, I touched it up a little bit more, and then after that, like I called Kordnie because normally I don't send out my tracks. I don't care who you are. I'll send you a video clip of it, and that's it. If I
I
love you,
know.
I'll
I'm
send you
still
a
waiting
video
on
clip.
tracks.
Man, it's kind of hard for me to do. So I told Kordnie I was gonna send it to her. Never sent it to her. Put a release date on that thing, and it released today, June 26th. Two Braids is out
Yeah.
on Spotify. iTunes is giving me a little problem. But two
Hmm.
braids, two braids.
The hook is decent, yo. I was even listening to it today. I was trying, put them streams. So I'm like, play it again. But that's exciting. Okay, last question is, yeah, like what's next? Like, what are you excited about? Like, what's after the Rona Project? Is this just like I was inside, so I had to do this thing to keep sane, or is this something that you trying to lean into? Like, yeah, what's next?
I'm definitely 100% all in. I'm very appreciative even doing this conversation with you. I was thinking about one or two people, and one of the people I was thinking about because I didn't name them was Lupita. She came through and she was like, "Yo, I want to hear your music," and that was just eating away at me because I didn't do it, and that shit been eating away at me till this day. And so I'm trying to get more comfortable in showing uh, my music, my art. Um, so right now I'm hard body 100% all in. Yes, I'm all in. Nothing is going to steer me away from this path. I'm in the nonprofit sector. I'm doing work, so I got to make sure I'm 100% attentive at my day job while I do this. But no, this is the marathon continues. Nipsey said it best. Like this is the beginning. Where will I end? I don't know, but I know I'm gonna keep this thing going because it's not just a showcase of me and my art. Literally, from you doing this interview, thank you, bless you. From getting the studio equipment last year to so real, never charging me for not one beat. And I think we got something going. Me and him gonna make that connection. Um, what's next after this will be a post Rona project. I mean, be 100%. I hired my first administrative assistant part time. I'm paying out of pocket for the business side. It's like real difficult. It's not difficult. It's just a lot of time consuming going on. And that
Hmm.
bio you read so beautifully, she came up with last night. And we worked together collaboratively. And so I'm hoping that more things come out of working with her.
Hmm.
And I know this post Rona project, everybody can hold me accountable to. Still being in my feelings, still trying to discover sound, but more so just having more fun. And so I'm hoping that I can
Yeah.
still go deep, dark with love, with accountability, with awareness with this project. Um, Even before I release it, it's a span of a project, and I think that's what I haven't been clear with folks. So the Rona project was something that's supposed to go from I believe March to like July based off the stay at home and COVID-19, but it's expanding till when I actually release it during this time. So
Hmm.
more records are gonna come out of the Rona project. Two Braids came out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really looking forward to see like if December is the deadline, the body of work that's gonna be released up to December. So um, I also was in conversation before this about getting an actual manager in regards to holding me accountable to creating and taking constructive criticism and positive feedback. And so this project, it's funny you laughing. This project, I kind of I take it well, but this is like me painting. And so I'm trying to communicate to folks, this is me painting. And what it is just you witnessing me create. Um, so allow me that space to just create and allow yourself to just take it in before you say, well, you should have said this, or you should have did this, right? This project is just me just releasing, right? And once this is
Mhm.
all out, I have to create new, right? And so the next projects to come, I want everybody to hold me accountable to just being better, doing better, and being hard on me. Yeah.
And actually made me think of one last question is, yeah, how do people like support you? Like, what are you looking for? Like, or do you need a team right now? You need beats? Like, what do you need? Like, how, yeah, what can people do?
What you could do is buy the album when it drop, buy this track when it come out. You know what I'm saying? You could buy a shirt or a sweater. Like the shirts or sweaters, when people buy them, they go back into the business. I got a label coming. I already start. I got my own publishing company called Stand on Your Bars Publishing. Um, the name is already Steezy, but more so just check for it. Honestly, like I'm not asking
Mhm.
for much. I do need a team, but the team will come over time. Again, I'm just learning how to paint. I have an administrative assistant. I have somebody that's potentially maybe a manager and hold me accountable for a year. And I also have somebody like you that's always around to make sure I'm keeping on a straight line. So I'm not going to ask for much other than, excuse me, when the records come out, just go ahead and stream it one time. Not because I need a stream, but more so because I want you to enjoy my art. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm not trying to be competitive at all. So I love the homies. I love the homeboys, the homegirls, the home non-conforming folks, the non-binary
Yeah, go
folks,
ahead.
the home trans folks. I love y'all all, but I am not in competition with none of y'all. And I'm not saying that because I'm better than. I'm saying because I'm just learning how to paint, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep painting
Mhm.
until I get it right. Um, yeah,
Yes. Yo, this was dope. Thank you.
you're welcome.
It's
You're
like my
no.
interview debut. Ow.
Ow. No, thank you. It's
Ow. All right.
I mean, we really ain't gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's
Oh,
cool.
okay. Oh, okay. No, I guess the last thing I say is, yeah, I'm mad proud of you, and it's been like really cool to see you do everything that you're doing, and yeah, I just know you're about to crush this shit.
we all in this together,
That's my
yo.
happy dance.
We all in this together, 100%. This is not just me creating. This is like people's investment in me is why I'm here. Like why I'm here. Like I wouldn't be here if my mom wasn't going off during the listening party in a good way, telling me to
Hmm.
step it up. Um, I wouldn't be here if you wasn't here to witness my transformation at times, right? I wouldn't be here. Oh, shout out to Olga too. Olga gave me this pillow. I'm gonna
Oh,
tweet
show
y'all
the
right
people
quick.
the pillow. Show the people the pillow.
So there was Lupita who told me like play my music, and I was scared to play it, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna play it. That still eat away me at me to this day. But this pillow of my album cover, and shout out to Olga because Olga shot it. I'm gonna try to blank this out right quick. Olga shot this picture, the album
Yeah.
cover. It was like, yo, this is the album cover. And I was like, before I even had an album cover, and I was like, you know what, it will be, and it is. But the Friday before, the day before the listening party, she blessed me and gifted me this pillow. And then literally, I kid you not, that's when I was like, this shit is real. Like, you're doing a listening party tomorrow. You have a whole project that's coming out that people will listen to. Like, you can't bullshit. I never was bullshitting, but I'm like, you can't bullshit. You cannot not write. You cannot strive to understand the business side of it, which I'm doing every day, and that's just driving me nuts. Um, that pillow, if I could frame it with the stuffing in it, I would. You know what I'm saying? I would. Um, but yeah, it's like little things like that is what's actually driving me to like create and keep it going because somebody's paying attention. All I need is one person to pay attention, and I'm gonna continue to hustle and do what I want to do. Um, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Two Braids is out now. Two Braids. I think I'm gonna follow it up with Appetite. And then I might follow it
Oh,
up with
really?
what I'm bleeding, because the hood deserves I'm bleeding. Everybody that want to hear me actually rap deserves I'm bleeding. I got another one called War Stars, like Star Wars, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Produced by Julian, that I want to release as well. So you're gonna get the soft side, you're gonna get the bars, you're gonna get the hood, but more so you just gonna get me and my authentic self. My mom been gassing me too. She said, "Look in the camera," and I've been moving too much, but this is what happens. Oh, I also want to make it clear. I know it's dark in here, right? Oh, there go a painting Chris made. Oh, excuse me, Camille. Camille made that painting right there. Um, I also want to say, like, you may know, but other people don't. Like, I be in the house, in this dark ass house. You see the blackout curtains. I just be in the dark. I'm in the dark, so I'm trying to at least showcase stuff and say things because I literally 24/7. I'm at home in the dark. I don't really go out. I don't go to the beach. I might go to the beach. I might go see the sunset, sunrise. I might do those things, but in terms of like human connection, I'm not really out there right now. I'm like really in the studio, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah.
I appreciate you
All
though.
right.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
More things to come
No,
soon. I got a lot of things
absolutely.
coming up that's gonna be
Wait, can
fun.
I keep
Gonna
being
make
your
it.
interview person? This is exciting. I might take this up
You
as
could
a job.
you
Way
could do whatever
easier.
you want. You could
All
do
right.
whatever you want.
Well, that was Daniel Johnson, the Rona Project. How they be doing? And we'll catch you later.
D
How they
Steezy. You
ended
kept
out.
calling me
Oh,
D
sorry.
Steezy.
My bad. God damn it.
I,
It's easy.
I got it tatted a long
Yes.
time ago for a reason.
All right.
Yo,
Well,
I
thank
love
y'all
all
so
y'all. I
much.
keep
Oh,
y'all posted. No, you good. You
I'm
good.
the
You good.
interview person. I'm
I'm
supposed to do the
sorry. I just
closeout.
love everybody. And I wanted to say that too. I just love everybody. I love everybody. I love everybody. I love
Okay.
you too. I love my mama. I love my daddy. I love
All
all
right.
everybody.
And that's all, folks. Okay.
No, don't do
No,
it.
don't do it. Don't
We can
leave.
play. Nah, that's it. But like, I'm gonna end it with the
Oh, you want
song.
to play music? You can. Can you play music? Is it gonna push through?
We're gonna play the one, yeah, because it's on my phone. We're gonna play the one. We're gonna play it for those who ain't heard it. We're gonna play that, and that's how I'm gonna end.
Which one?
Two braids.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
So this is it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. More of these to come. The
Buy
Rona
a
Project
shirt.
coming out. Luxuriant growth and abundance of growth and development. I don't even smoke, but this project been stressing me out. You can hear it, right? You can hear the song.
Mhm.
Two braids, two braids. Don't I really love it? Two braids.
I'm gonna try to
What
find
two
the
braids
link.
on your face? Put the sunshine on your face. Your face, your face. Top down, let me celebrate. Fuck around, you can give a big bang. All I really want is you, babe. You, babe. You, babe. You give me that
These
funky
have like
thing.
peace.
Go ahead and skip
I've
over
been
back.
going in.
Then we can take it to my place. My place, my place. Everything that makes it every day. Little bit of weed and Sunday. Something new that so we can play.
Everybody get a shout out.
All you need is two face, girl, cause that's what I like. The way your edges lay down perfect makes me feel mesmerized. Even though it's only two, I love when you take your time. So you can rock them plain and simple, you can add a design. However you wanna rock them out whenever you get tired. I like the way you let them hang and how you leave the style. The way they hang down in the front and you that hair flip, I like that. In my hair that's in the front to the back of your spine. I like
Two braids. Two braids.
what I really love is two braids. Let the two braids show your face. Put the sunshine on your face.
Two
Your
braids
face,
out
your
now.
face. Top down, it's sunrise.
You gotta shout out Yasmin. Shout out Gloria. Shout out Kim. Shout out Claudia. Shout out Donna. Shout out Camille. Shout out Domino. Shout out C Win. Shout out SB. Shout out Empress Jade. Shout out Regina. Shout out Flora. Shout out Soul Real. Shout out Mihai. Shout out Marco Santana. Shout out Olga. Shout out myself. Shout out Lupita. Shout out to everybody that made an impact to the reason why I'm creating this project.
Grease those two braids in your hair. Should be a crime the way you keep those two braids in your hair. Gives me a vibe. You can rock them with the weave dreads, natural, just guys. You can rock them with blue jeans, sweatpants, or just with ties. You can rock them at the beach or when you hit the club at night. However you wanna rock them, know that I ain't got no type. Cause all you need is two braids, girl, cause that's what I like.
Yo, two braids, two braids.
Girl, I really want two braids. When two braids show your face. When the sun shine on your face.
Your face, your face.
Top down on me, sorry. Fuck around, you give a big thing. All I really want is you, babe. You, babe. You, babe. We can meet up on a weekday. Go ahead, I can see your boo, babe. They'll be your hair into my place. My place, my place. Everything you want to end the day. Little bit of weed and Chardonnay. Something moving on so we can play.
What's going on, son?
What's up, big homie? What's good with it?
Rocking with you, nigga.
Nothing.
You tell me.
I just did a Q&A with my homegirl. What's up with you?
Huh?
Long time no see or speak.
I know you sitting up here waving at me and shit. I said, let me tap in with this nigga.
Hi. Hi.
fucking weirdo.
Yo, I see you got the Corona.
Fucking
I mean the
weirdo.
Corona, the Rona. You got the Rona beard, huh?
Hey, running hair too. You see me? Got a
Yeah.
little curls and shit
I don't
going.
know if you doing curls or you dreading it. Or you dreading the
No,
curls.
no, I just put gel in my hair, bro. That's it.
I feel you.
That's it. Yeah, man. You been good though?
Yeah, you just missed it. Yeah, I got a little double tape coming out called the Rona Project. Did a listening party, just did a Q&A, got more stuff coming for it. And that's really just what I've been on. Just been at the crib in Long Beach, just writing and creating and going to Santa Monica, writing and creating and everywhere writing and creating.
So you a rapper now?
This ain't nothing new.
Hey, I never knew this side of you.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. You're right. You're right. But yeah, that's what I'm on. That's what I've been doing.
That's crazy, bro. That's what's up, though, man. I really respect it, man. You know, keep pushing, bro. Keep doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like straight up.
Yeah,
You got it. You got to.
you good? Everything good with you?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, everything good, bro. Nigga, I ain't tripping, man, on nothing, man. Just trying to stay out the way. Make sure I can, you know, get back to work. That's it.
And make sure you wear that mask. You feel me?
I really don't go nowhere like that unless it's around like family and shit and people I know. So
Hey, I put the
I'm
mask
cool.
on around them too. Everybody get the mask on.
Nigga ain't trying to go out like that, though.
You tell me you love me, I'm a double mask. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah,
Hey, man, real shit.
you need to cop
That's true,
you
though,
need to
man.
cop something. What you talking about? Got colors?
Well, shit. Send me the link, bro. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you and get that shit.
I got you. I got you for sure. I think that shit. If the campaign didn't die yet, because it's a campaign online. Like I don't make them. They produce them on the website and they ship them out. I ain't even making money off of it really. Like I just did it so people could have a piece of the memorabilia when the record drop. So that's really just what I'm doing. I mean, I think that's what everybody do, but people actually try to sell them. Like you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah,
All right, well, send me that link, man. I'm finna get out of here, bro.
I got you.
I'm
I'll
gonna
holler
hit
at
you.
you. Stay up.
All right, my nigga. You too.
Peace. All right, everybody. It's a pleasure. Till next time. Like I said, I got more stuff coming up, more stuff for you all to engage in. The Rona Project is coming soon. It is coming late August 2020, but if I have to push it back, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in December. Be on the look out for that. Yeah, I'll holla at you all. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.